everybody, this is Julie Quinn, and I'm going to give you a quick sort of online tutorial on how English 242 is set up. Note that we are a second 8-week class, and it's hybrid, which means we meet once a week, and once or more we're online, but not at the same time. So you have these hybrid activities that you have to do. The trouble is that the next week when the class starts, we don't have a face-to-face on Tuesday because we meet face-to-face on Tuesdays. So you actually have hybrid exercises due before our first meeting. So this video is to orient you to the class, to see where everything is, and to kind of get you set up for success before we meet on, I believe it's the 22nd, okay? So this orientation will give you all the information you need for Thursday the 17th and what you need to do and how I want you to orient for the class. And then how to get ready for basically what begins quote unquote week 2, which is October 22nd. Okay, so what you see here, when you log into the dashboard, and to get to the dashboard, all you have to do is go to the Nova website, and then you go to My Nova, and then you log into My Nova. And then once you log into My Nova, you should see Canvas as one of your options. Let me just log in here to show you what it looks like. Okay, so then right here, you click on Canvas. Once you click on Canvas, you'll see this. I mean, it'll look a little bit different for you. This is my class, but you should see our 242 section momentarily. I have to make it available. Once you click in, I'm actually going to show you what this looks like from the student view, so you don't see what it looks like from a professor's point of view. Okay, so you'll see each week, week 1, week 2, week 3, and so forth. So I've organized this class based on dates. Partial week starts with a hybrid work on October 17th, and then 22nd is the Tuesday, the 24th is the Thursday, and so on and so forth. You'll see everything through not just week 8, but the final exam, which is Tuesday, December 16th. No readings due that week, just a presentation that will be set up, okay? The second link that you'll see is our syllabus. I've got a course syllabus embedded with class meeting information, with the rules of the course, with prerequisites and required materials. Let's just make sure. Oh, and the one thing I actually have to update in here, but by the time you see it, it'll say 9th edition. So that's one thing I will update. But you'll see the class discussion about how everything is set up, okay? Later missing work, the participation, the grade scheme, so what are each of the assignments, The assignments in this class are broken into a really important Tuesday performance aspect. You're not writing literature, but you're showing me how well you understand literature we're reading. So it is an entire 20% of your grade is being prepared for class on Tuesdays and participating in the discussions of the readings. Okay, that's so super important. Okay. Hybrid discussion board assignments, 7 of the 8 weeks, because one Thursday is Thanksgiving. So you'll notice that's 4% a week. Those are nice chunks of work that you'll do. In addition, you have assignments called reading lead notes. We'll probably do that weeks 3 through 8. So I'll talk more about that in our face-to-face the first time we meet, okay? But that's just where you write up some notes, you do some research on some of these texts in the library databases, and you come prepared to really take a leadership role in that class discussion, and you come with a handout. But not like an MLA paper or anything like that. You have one major essay on major topics, and if you click on the assignments link, you'll be able to see a description of the major topics essay. And then you have a project. It's a group presentation, okay? And it's on banned books, and it's something that in addition to the readings that we do within the book, you're going to choose one full-length novel that's an American novel that's been banned. And you're gonna talk about the content of the novel, what were the concerns at the time of the banning, whether or not you still recommend as a group that it be banned or not. It's just a quick 10-minute presentation with a whole bunch of people. So this is informal, this is informative, but you shouldn't feel any pressure. You're not doing this solo, okay? So one major assignment, one major writing, one group presentation, 2 shorter notes, and then weekly discussions. Again, this is an 8-week hybrid class. So normally we teach these classes in 16 weeks, so we have to double up the volume of the work. So normally, if a class is 3 hours a week, we have the expectation that a student is spending and for a 16-week class, between 5-6 hours a week in study. Okay, so you always double the amount of hours of a class across a traditional 16-week semester. So I'm expecting you guys to be doing 10 to 12 weeks of study for this class. If that is something that you cannot do or something you're not willing to do, I would drop the class. Before it even starts, make sure you get a full refund. Okay, because if that's the expectation, this is a 200 level modern American literature class, and you want to be able to do the work. Okay, so week 1, all we've got here is a table called How to Prepare for Class. You'll notice I've embedded the weekly readings right here. So if you click on this file, you'll see the readings that you need to do before the beginning of each class. Now, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with that little pop-up window. Week 1 is hybrid only, so you don't have to do any readings to participate in the discussion, but you got to make sure you have your book, okay? Week 2, these are all the readings you must have done before week 2. And it is 40 or 50 pages of reading at least. Okay, but remember, we are taking 16 weeks and condensing it into 8. Then there's the readings for week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6 it straddles 2 different books, week 7 and week 8. You do not have to do any readings for the final exam week. Okay, so you can see that there. So what this table tells you to do is that these readings are due before the class meeting that week. For example, readings for week 2 must be done before we meet on the Tuesday of week 2. I may quiz you guys. It's impossible for me to assess how much you really know if you haven't done the readings. Okay, readings are assessed at both professionalism, reading leads, and in the weekly discussion. So doing those readings affects about 60% of your grade. I mean, if you do the readings, you're going to do really well because, I mean, I'm a literature professor, but I'm also a writing professor. And you do have some writings like in the discussions and one big paper, where I will be available for office hours or whatever you need, and I will be available and able to help you with all of that. Okay, so that's the weekly readings. Email me if you have any questions. Part 2. The hybrid audio and text discussions. You don't have to do audio, but I want to mix it up and not make it too text heavy. So some weeks you can either type up your notes from that week or you could do an audio recording. So it gives you some variety too. Sometimes I think you learn a lot through just hearing, talking out loud, spitballing the ideas, and I love listening to what you have to say. This takes the place of a Thursday face-to-face class. So that's what the hybrid audio text discussions are. Okay? The main post, like your main discussion, is due Thursday night, and then you have through the weekend to respond to peers. That'd be like somebody has a main comment in class in a face-to-face, and then you get to respond to them, right? Like you would answer their question in class or add to their discussion. And then my notes are, you know what, how does this affect your grade, and so on and so forth. Your main post is 2% each week, and your responses to your peers are 2% each week. So getting back in and engaging with your classmates is super important, okay? Reading leads, week 2, that's when we'll talk about it. You'll sign up to take a leadership role of the readings. You will already know what the readings are in advance, so skim the book. That's what you do week 1. Skim it, look at what's assigned, and then determine which ones you think you'll like. I don't care if 5 people sign up for the same reading lead, and that's great. That's interesting to me. It gives me good insight. So we'll go over this assignment as well. I'll also have a note in the assignments under reading lead. I think I may have it already. So if you click on assignments, you can see your assignments. If you click on reading lead, you can see that there's I even have a sample in here with some notes on how to prepare it, but nothing's due week 2 for this. It's just, if you want to get ahead and you want to skim the assignment and you want to see what's going on, that's what's going on. Okay. And I think we were actually under modules. Hang on. That's how to prepare for class. So important. Okay. Essay 1 is due in December. We'll get to that. Don't worry about that right now. Group presentation due in December. So, and don't even worry about the reading leads. I'll explain it in class. All you have to worry about right now, get the book. Take a look, skim the book for your readings, kind of get a sense of what we're going to be tackling, and do your week 1 hybrid activity. So to get there, go to the modules. Week 1 discussion for Thursday, October 17th. The only other thing you have is a book quiz. It's 2 points on your grade. I'm probably going to take the other part out of participation. So this is how you're participating week 1. Okay. And then what's going to happen here is you click on the quiz and it's just going to confirm to me that you have your book. It's not actual comprehension questions. So there are 4 or 5 questions in there that are all multiple choice. And if you have your textbook, then you should be good to go. So this is just a gimme. You get a nice, quick, easy 100% grade at the very beginning, but it's so important that you must have your book. All you've got to do is tackle week 1 by, say, Thursday, have your book, participate in the discussion, and take the quiz. And then over the weekend, you can look at the week 2 readings, and it's the same as that list. I just have it for each week separated here. Okay, so the discussion won't be due until the middle of the following week, the 22nd and the 24th. I will be out of town over fall break, so I will not be available for office visits, but by all means, send me an email. And let me show you something really quickly. If you guys go into your account, let me actually log out of my student view here real quickly. Let me go back into Canvas. I want to show you a notification that I think will be beneficial for you. And just make sure I'm out of my student view. Okay, so if you go into your account and you choose notifications, this is going to make it really easy to stay in contact with me. One thing I want you to do is to choose announcements, go to your email. So announcement, don't worry about announcement created by you because I create all the announcements, but toggle over to email address and push notification if you're using Canvas for Students app. Okay, so that means every announcement you get an email or you get an alert, which keeps us up to date with each other. The other thing is toggle under conversations. That maps to your inbox. So under conversations, choose the check marks in both columns. If you have the app, and if you, what this actually does is the inbox works as like a text messaging feature. And if you want to make sure that I'm seeing everything, do this. And if you want to make sure that anything that I send via email to you, it will go both into this little inbox where you get a little notification with like a little red number 1 if you have a message, but then it will push into your school email account as well. So, and then anytime you're in your school email account, you'll get the same messages and the announcements, and you can always respond from there. It just makes communication super easy. If you want to email me from the inbox, by all means, but those are the settings that I think will help you if I respond back. Okay, so just as a quick reminder, when you're in the course, have your book, purchase your book, and look over Module 1 by Thursday, and then over the weekend, prepare the readings and do the readings for week 2 or Module 2. That's where we're at. And if you have any questions whatsoever, all you have to do is email me. I wish you great luck and look forward to meeting you soon.